Seemingly out of nowhere, the iconic sci-fi colony management sim RimWorld has been announced for release on Xbox and PlayStation. Coming out on July 29th or July 26th if you pre-order the deluxe edition, this game has been around in some form or other on PC for almost 10 years, and its release on console has taken many people by surprise. Personally speaking, RimWorld is one of my favourite games of all time, and I've sunk hundreds of hours into it on PC over the years. As a console-focused gaming channel, it's very exciting for me to see Double 11 bringing it to our platforms, so today I just wanted to make a quick video explaining the basics of what exactly RimWorld is and why you might want to give this game a shot. This incredibly addictive single-player game looks aesthetically a lot like Prison Architect, but rather than building a prison, your job is to start a colony on an alien planet with a group of survivors who have crash-landed. It's a game of base building, survival, fighting off raids of bandits and aliens, and usually getting your entire colony brutally killed by a random event that you had no idea even existed. It's a game where you learn by failing, and that makes you want to keep going again and again to try and get further than last time. If you're into addictive single-player simulator games with great replayability, then this could be right up your street. Whilst you harvest materials, grow and hunt for food, and build your base and defenses, your colony will be disrupted and also sometimes rewarded with random events that the game throws at you. How tricky and frequent these are is dictated by your choice of in-game storyteller and the difficulty setting. The first and default storyteller, Cassandra Classic, will give you increasingly more challenging events spread at reasonable intervals to allow you to recover and grow your colony in between. And as time goes on, the game will slowly get harder and harder. The next storyteller, Phoebe Chillax, will give you much bigger gaps between events, but they can still be pretty tricky to deal with. Lastly, Randy Random will just throw stuff at you however the hell he likes, and personally this is my favourite to play on as it's just so unpredictable. You could have a big period of downtime and then suddenly get attacked by a herd of rabid alpacas during a lightning storm whilst one of your colonists is busily digging up bodies and trying to eat them. You can also adjust the difficulty setting for each of these storytellers to cater to how you like to play, and you can adjust these settings even after the game has started if you want to have a bit of an easier beginning and then ramp it up once you've got your defenses set. Before you start building your colony, you'll have to pick where you're going to start and who your first colonists will be. Different locations on the planet will offer different resources, different animals, different temperatures and growing periods, as well as affecting what other AI factions live nearby that you're going to interact with. You can have wide open plains full of trees for building with, or huge cliffs that you can dig out and build a fortress inside of. Some areas might be fairly mild all year round with a long growing season, whilst others might be punishingly hot or bull-shrinkingly cold. The choice is up to you and is one of the big things that adds to the replayability of the game. Your colonists all have their own skills, traits and personalities, and each person's special abilities will be vital in keeping everyone alive. They'll also build complex relationships with each other, building grudges, getting married, getting divorced, and even having full-blown breakdowns if things start to go badly in the colony. As time goes on, you'll be able to grow your colony, whether it's by rescuing more survivors or taking prisoners from raids and slowly converting them to your cause. The end game in RimWorld is surviving long enough to research your way up to building a spaceship to allow you to escape the planet that you've crashed on. But to be honest, this is something I rarely have ever bothered doing, as I normally have too much fun building the colony, or they all just get killed before I get anywhere near it. There's a lot to learn in RimWorld, and most of it is best learnt by doing and failing and learning from those mistakes. But if you are interested in getting a few little tips to help you along the way, I will be making some tips and beginner guide videos specifically for RimWorld Console Edition over the next few weeks. So if you are interested in that, then make sure you subscribe to stay up to date. There's been some great teaser trailers from Double 11 on RimWorld so far, but there are still many unanswered questions on what form exactly the game will take. It's available with the Royalty DLC, which is also available on PC, and from the videos it looks pretty much exactly like the standard PC version of RimWorld. Mods are a big part of RimWorld on PC, and we don't know anything yet about whether they'll be supported on console, but going on how these things normally go for console, I would say it's probably unlikely we'll see much or any mod support. Mods do add a lot to RimWorld, and I've had a lot of fun with them over the years, but I was happy playing it with none at all for a long time on PC before I started trying any out. So there's definitely plenty of room for fun even if we don't see any mod support for the console version. Though it would be amazing if we did see mods available at some stage. The other big question that everybody has is how the UI and menus are gonna work on a controller on console. RimWorld always felt like one of those games that would be a real struggle to play on a controller due to the large amount of menu navigation and micromanagement that can be required. But given the success of games such as City Skylines on console, which has an absolutely amazing controller UI for a seemingly keyboard and mouse only game, I'm holding out hope that Double 11 have done a good job here. We've not seen any video or images yet of what the UI will look like, but fingers crossed it's done well. We'll have to wait and see if the console version has all the same vanilla features as the PC version, but hopefully we'll see it more or less on par with what we currently have on RimWorld for PC. If you're still unsure on whether RimWorld is for you, then check back here in a week or two and I'll have some gameplay footage out as well as a full review of the console version of the game. And of course there are tons of videos of RimWorld on PC all over YouTube if you want to go and see some gameplay right now. So that's everything for today. Thanks very much for listening. My name's Ben, we are the Beard Guys, and I'll see you next time.
Welcome to our colony. We built it from nothing. We weren't soldiers, but teachers, artists, just ordinary people stranded on this planet. It was our home, and we had to defend it. The colony was assaulted by outlanders. They stole our supplies, ruined our home, and captured one of our friends. Our lives in ruins all seemed lost. Until a stranger showed up. He rescued me from the rubble, tended my wounds. With his help, we began to rebuild. We discovered new technologies, cleaner energy, better weapons and equipment. We felt stronger, more prepared. We constructed new defenses, placed turrets, laid traps, built walls with sandbags for cover. There was some distant chatter on the radio.
I managed to break free, but they aren't far behind.
We geared up. We took up defensive positions at the gate. This time, we were ready. Pull back and let them come to us!
They didn't count on this!
The Outlanders were defeated. We were victorious, but we paid a heavy price. This was our colony, and we would defend it with our lives.